So for once, Beyonce's not in the news for swagger jacking somebody else's ideas and passing off as her own. Now we got a colonizer on the countryside who has done that instead, and that being Lainey Wilson. I actually worked with Lainey Wilson's show when she came to the Garden. It was cute. It was entertaining. But yeah, so she apparently did this same thing, like because when Beyonce did the NFL Christmas Day game the year before. Well, Lainey Wilson did it this year, a couple of weeks, around Christmas 2025. And now she's being accused of copying newly anointed billionaire Beyonce's concept for her Christmas Day halftime show for the NFL game between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions on December 25th. Now, many fans claim the country crooner took inspiration from Beyonce's costuming and concept from the Cowboy Carter singer's performance for last year's holiday halftime show. Some critics took to social media to express their outrage as they called out Wilson, who's 33, for stealing another artist's ideas. When the official Instagram page of Netflix shared a video of Snoop Dogg and Wilson's show on Friday, goddamn, Snoop Dogg will show up to an envelope open at this damn point. A slew of critics took to the comments section to point out the resemblance, whether it was intentional or not. You want to know something? Hold on, because I want to actually pull up this and show y'all, but I gotta do a whole duplicate type situation because I want to show y'all the pictures. Because I'm like, I don't want to go through all of this mess. Hold on. And this was not intentional. Sometimes I be thinking of things at the last minute. Y'all just have to bear with me. But luckily enough, I'm fast. So yeah, then there's this overall look, and then there's that one. Then of course we got Beyonce with the leotard. This is a cute outfit though. I'll give Lainey that. But it definitely does seem a little inspired. I could definitely see somebody like a Dolly Parton in it. Okay, so then here's some of the tweets. So let's get into those. One person put girl by, that signature one. And then another one, I feel like I've seen this before. Then we have Beyonce, girl, she stole your look. So once again, they copied Beyonce. She stole Beyonce's look, OMFG. And then this is literally just the Beyonce bowl. I mean, can y'all think for yourselves even just a little bit? Copy and paste the Beyonce and still got it wrong. Cowboy copy paste. Did they reuse the car or what? So y'all copied and pasted last year's performance. Got it. So yeah, there's a lot of that going on up in there where there's as they say what is it? What's the term imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So there's that. Now now let's get into the details of what had happened. So yeah, they said that they were support. Wait, hold on, because I gotta go up even further. Last Christmas, Beyonce wore an all-white outfit and cheeky leather chaps to perform at the halftime show in her hometown of Houston. Her 13-year-old daughter, Blue Ivy Carter, joined her for the stadium performance during the game between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans. For the joint performance this year, Lainey also wore a bedazzled figure-hugging bodysuit paired with a white cowboy hat. The majority of the performers were all white, including vocal legend Andrea Bocelli, who I just did his show. It was a good show, by the way. His 28-year-old son Matteo Bocelli, as well as Hunter X's EJ, Audrey Nuna, and Ray Ami, who, as y'all know, are the singing voices of K-pop demon hunters. They were supporting Snoop Dogg, who was standing front and center for the collaborative performance dubbed Snoop's Holiday Halftime Party. For the festive show, the rapper wore a head-to-toe red outfit paired with a gold microphone, standing out beside the singers wearing monochromatic white looks. For the festive show, the rapper wore a head-to-toe red outfit paired with gold microphone. Okay, I already read that. And it said he performed My Favorite Things, G Thing, and Drop It Like It's Hot at a Christmas event. Okay. Then Wilson rode in on a Snoop mobile and sang Santa Claus is coming to town. Well, there's your answer. Did they use the vehicle? She got into a Snoop mobile. So there's the car. I don't think it was flying like Beyonce's was during the Cowboy Carter tour, but nevertheless, there was a car used during the performance. Now, later, Hunter X performed Golden, followed by by Andrea and Matteo Bocelli's performance of White Christmas. Wilson's flashy vehicular entrance was also the subject of criticism, as some fans compared it to Beyonce riding in on a white pickup truck the previous year. On social media, many fans pointed out the similarities to Beyonce's 2024 Christmas halftime show with Post Malone and her daughter Blue Ivy. We don't need to get into the details because we already read all the tweets, but then they said the second game of the NFL Christmas game day slate aired on Netflix, with the end resulting in the Minnesota Vikings 23-10 victory over the Detroit Lions. So, in the midst of all the controversy, the Minnesota Vikings kicked the Detroit Lions ass on Christmas. And I was busy at the Knicks game working that. So, at the end of the day, I guess I'll say about this. I know for once Beyonce glad she not on the receiving end of being accused of jacking someone's ideas and making it her own. I also find it quite interesting that the country music gatekeepers won't give Bey her flowers for her foray into the country space and ushering it more into the mainstream, even though it has been mainstream. But as far as like black talent coming in and doing something where country, blues, folk, all of that stuff is roots from black music. Um, they won't give her flowers for that by, not even giving her any kind of nominations because they felt like, well, you have to come and you got to. Like, I'm not sitting up in here kissing y'all ass. I guess unless it was a Grammy, it'd be different. But country music, I'm not doing all that extra jumping through hoops. And yeah, that was a read because that's exactly what the Knowles Carters do. They will sit and jump through hoops and tap dance and kiss the ass of the Grammy people, and then you get Jay-Z out here bitching because his wife didn't get the AOTY Grammy, which then next year they ended up giving it to her. So it kind of makes us think: did y'all really want to give it to her because it was well deserved for Cowboy Carter, or did you give it because Joe Camel was out here running his goddamn mouth because his wife, who some people say he pulled a lot of stunts and shows to, in regards to the politics in the music, so that way she can get what she needed from that. That's TBD. So yeah, but it's funny y'all won't give her flowers in regards of what she did with the Cowboy Carter era and all the other stuff, and bringing something different to the country music scene in space. Yet y'all got no problem channeling y'all inner colonizer by hijacking her ideas, smearing a little mayonnaise on it, and claiming it as your own. So it's nice to see that for once Beyonce's not caught up in the mess, being accused of taking other people's previous ideas and producers and things and bringing your own little situation to it. That now you got the country people out here who were, I'm not saying Lainey per se was hating, but there was a lot of country artists and people in that world that were coming out here with the little snide comments and saying all kinds of stuff. But we know on one end, y'all was saying all that mess because it was cute for what y'all was doing it for. But y'all was, of course, sitting there watching, seething, and hating on the fact that how she able to, and her team was able to come up with all that shit. And then y'all want to decide a year later, like we got minds of a gnat, and we was going to forget that we already saw it as the year prior. So I'll say all this to say, what do you guys think of this story? Do you think that Lainey Wilson was over there watching everything Beyonce was doing and was like, you know what? I want to do that for my show next year? Or whatever, whenever they were coming up with the concept, was like, let's look at the Cowboy Carter era, see what they took from that, and just, smear a little mayonnaise on the bread without the cheese and the meat, and just give y'all what, basic shit. And put coon ass Snoop Dogg on the track because everything goes down with Snoop. Everybody loves Snoop Dogg. So let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.